Hey, we're matching shirts.
Yeah, how about that? I'll go put on a beanie.
All right. So you want to roll?
That's my favorite thing because, like, if I have somebody that'll pay attention to me who's also an ESTP, like, I'll fucking go all day. Like, I got so many questions. You know what I mean? Do you do this? Do you do this? Do you do this? What do you think about this? Like, I am sure that I initiate more conversations with, well, Luann and then probably you than anybody else on the planet. Like, I don't try to talk to anybody else that much.
You just drink around people and then talk to us.
Well, yeah, I have a life.
You're getting
What?
too old to have a life.
Huh?
You're getting too old to have a life.
Isn't that a...
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, I do have them.
I just turned 30.
Happy birthday.
I mean, not recently enough to say happy birthday, but
30 was the worst year of my life.
well, these first 2 months have been fine.
Did it trip you out turning for some reason?
No.
Leaving my 20s like fucked with me. No other birthday has had any effect with it. I didn't like.
Don't care. Because if you look through, I've been going through my pictures a lot lately, and my 20s were lit. Like, everything I ever wanted to do, I did. Like, there's nothing left. So, like,
See,
no.
I feel the same way about my 20s, which is why there are not any pictures really of it.
Yeah. I just started appreciating pictures, I would say, in the last few years. Other than that, it was just like incidental ones that people sent me and stuff. But I started realizing that I don't remember anything unless there's a picture of it. So I'm starting to almost
Right?
yeah, it didn't exist. People would tell me stories. I don't remember going there. I don't remember meeting those people. Like, if there's
And
not a picture, it didn't happen.
sometimes you'll like get a flash of a memory out of nowhere. You're like,
I won't know if it's real or not. Like, was that a dream?
that happens to me
TV
sometimes, but
show or no? I don't know.
it kind of pisses me off because I know I've got a shit ton of awesome stories that I've forgotten.
I have absolutely. So, like, the same thing in the last few years. I've like tried to hold on to a few,
Mm-hmm.
like a couple go-tos, some of the good ones, because I'll forget everything, and I feel like I've done everything, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a one-up story for every single thing you can think of, and it's terrible because I don't remember. I know they're there, and I know what topics too. Like if somebody brings up the topic, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've got like 3 stories of that." I don't remember the
Oh my God. Sometimes I love it when I just have a friend along who will start telling the stories for me, and I'll be like, really? Really? That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
That happens. I just assumed that I like kind of substance abused my brain out, but maybe we just ignore the fuck out of SI.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there might be a both thing, but
well, because I don't feel like any other part of my mental functioning has been hurt at all. I just have a shit memory, so
yeah. But mine's so bad. It's like yesterday is like a tough thing for me to talk about. Like this morning is rough. I got the last like 2 hours, and beyond that, it's like real hard, and it makes me feel real stupid sometimes. But I know at this point it's just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't know that I could separate out yesterday cleanly from just other Thursdays.
The rest of your whole life.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's scary almost. But at the same time, I feel like having a horrible memory is like one of the biggest blessings you can have in life, because I'm pretty sure I've been through some traumatic stuff, but I don't remember. So it's like I'm fine.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, like I get over everything so fast because I don't remember it for very long.
I will remember. I will hold grudges though, or like
I can't.
vendettas. I mean, it's got to be a big deal. It's got to be a really big deal. But there are a few people that will set me on fire. Like,
really?
Oh yeah, I'll set her on fire. But the specifics aren't ever there, really.
I can only do like 6 months of anger, like max.
Yeah, it takes a lot to make me angry. Mm-hmm. Really, like even though I respond angrily all the time to things, I'm really not. Like, yeah, I'm not truly angry.
Right, because you're not truly anything. That's the part. I was thinking about today how like all the time people will be like, I can't tell if you're kidding or not. And I'm like, me neither. That's the joke.
We can figure it out together.
Like, I have no idea. Like, I'm talking about hating something or whatever, loving something stupid. People are like, are you serious? I don't know. Maybe.
I showed you the Rick and Morty thing, right?
No.
Yeah, I did. The rap video with the two old dudes.
Oh, yeah. They were cool.
It's just thinking about something I love.
Fair.
Let's talk about Homeboy.
Who's that?
The thing you sent.
Oh.
I've never heard of that guy.
Okay, so I just heard of him, or I just found him not that long ago. I mean, he's not been around that long, but what's his name on there? DJ something, or I don't know.
DJ Granville. There
you go. Yeah, so I'm not like an Enneagram expert. Like I don't have 1,000 of the Enneagram knowledge as I do, Myers-Briggs stuff or whatever. But he was talking about like sevens being very future oriented and like having grand plans and all this nonsense. And I'm pretty sure I'm a 7, like 75% sure. The other 25 is like maybe I'm an 8, But I thought his interpretation was odd. So I wanted you to tell me more about what sevens are actually like, because he was talking about like all this dreamer crap.
So I thought I was a 7 for a long time because the 8 type descriptions all read like such assholes.
Right.
It is like, am I the fun one or am I the mean one? Well, I'm more fun than mean. But so 7 is, I mean, at the core of it, it's problem avoidance, right? You distract yourself from issues with fun.
Yeah.
And in a way, I mean, I've heard a lot of people, I didn't watch that whole video. I only listened to a little bit of it, but I've seen it correlated before with sort of that, like fantasy. It's like they take the distraction component and then roll it into something bigger than what I understood it to be, to where it's like you're distracting yourself, and then you're living in a different world than the real, or half the world, the good half, not the bad half, and you're living in a fantasy world. So that's the sort of snowball that I think goes. It doesn't seem right to me. I mean, I'm not a 7 and I'm not an Enneagram expert either, but it feels wrong.
I felt like he was talking about ENFPs. Like, I feel like he was just sitting around talking about some ENFP crap. And I'm sure some ENFPs are 7s. But
well, yeah, I mean, think about how it would interact with different personality types. A 7 ENFP who's distracting themselves from real life is probably going to look like
Fantasyland. Yeah.
Right.
Whereas I'm distracting myself from, I don't know, feeling, but am I? I don't know. But I'm distracting myself from being alone with myself a lot of the time. I'll tell you that.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm completely in reality. Like, this is not like this is real life. Like, I'm doing things. And I have very little future orientation. I have like a general direction that I try to, but I don't know what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah, it just as long as you're moving in the same direction, and when you're moving in the general direction you want to be moving in.
Right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just kind of ping back and forth along that trajectory.
Yeah, yeah. I operate 100% the same way.
Yeah. But there's no like exact end goal. It's
Fuck
just,
no.
like,
God,
this is
no.
probably the best general direction for me, maybe.
I don't feel like I feel like it would be presumptuous of me to think that I know now right now what my best end game would be. I don't have any clue.
Because future me, I'm not met her, you know?
And I don't know what I don't know. There's so much shit out there that
You don't know.
right.
Haven't seen it all. Haven't done it all. But no.
Yeah. Did he say sevens do that shit? They plan?
He said it was he said like grandiose like ideas for the future or
Is he an ENTJ?
Yeah. So I think he was he was a little distracted with his own NI.
He might have been projecting a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe. You know,
no matter okay. Well, I'm kind of excited to find this now.
Oh, yeah?
Do you think he's an 8?
Probably. I don't see why not.
Do you think he's an ENTJ?
Yes, I do. I do think he's an ENTJ. I don't know what else it would be. I have no problems with that. But again, I'm not like great with the Enneagram. Like I feel like I know 7 and 8 okay, and 5. I'm just starting to figure out some of the other ones.
Enneagram's been boosted by it's been adopted and reworked by a lot of Christians and shit, like churches and stuff. And just throughout exposure to culture or whatever. If you Google Enneagram, you can find a whole range of stuff from like the really fucking badass deep shit that it started as to just some fucking Fruit Loop astrology Jesus shit. It's a whole range. So it took me a long ass time to find the part of Enneagram on that was fucking awesome. Because if you just Google it, you're gonna come across the fluffy shit, and it sucks.
Which I know because that's the way it is with any personality typing system. It's just so superficial nonsense.
Naranjo. I just typed it over in the chat. If you can see that. Huh? Over on the right, there should be comments.
Oh, I moved it because I didn't want to look at myself.
Does that bug you?
No, it's just very distracting. I just really like looking at myself.
Oh.
It would be all that was happening the whole time. You know what I mean? Now, what's that you just sent me?
That's the last name of a dude, like Claudio Naranjo. It's the author of some Enneagram shit that was fucking incredible. When I found his Type 8 description, I was like, oh my god, this dude I just read this thing and now I understand why these things keep happening in my life. This is why my life is the way it is. So you should read his Type 7 description and see if that's one of those sort of whoa moments. It's pretty dense.
I have a book that
you have his book.
No, I have a book. That's pretty good. I don't know what it is. I think it's just called The Enneagram.
By who's it by?
Johnny, grab it. It's like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
The wisdom of the Enneagram.
Oh yeah, who's the author on it?
Don Richard Riso and Russ Hudson.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I think they're decent. I mean, they're not Naranjo, but they're good.
Is
In my opinion,
Naranjo guy, is his stuff long?
it's I mean, I got it on what's like Type Cafe or whatever.
Oh.
That forum where they'll copy and paste like Young's thing or whatever. But the section on ACE, I don't know. It's like a chapter.
Okay.
But it's kind of dense, and you kind of got to read it slow,
Right, because you're stupid.
Because you're stupid, and he's smart, and he's also foreign, and you're not sure if he's a foreign person speaking English, or if it's a translation.
Good at English, and we're stupid.
That could be it. I mean, no, we're not. No, I'm way too self-important to have considered that.
Yeah, same. I like to pretend I think I could possibly be dumb, though.
It's a good move. I pretend I do it too, and I'm not even a blonde chick.
I don't do it just for guys, though. I do it for everybody.
I do it for new people.
And the whole like being in medicine thing, it's like there's always this competition to be smart, you know what I mean? So if you just run around calling yourself a tard,
well, if you meet somebody, right, like at a job or something, and then you set their expectations here, they'll be pleasantly surprised to learn that you're up here.
Yeah, me and my ENFP roomie talk about this, that we both do this. Which I think is great. Like, how much better is life when you meet people that you're like, they kind of suck, and then they turn out to be wonderful? I mean, that's great.
That is great. I think all of my...
A lot of people think I suck because they don't know me.
I think, like, all of my best friends have started out as enemies. It's like someone you meet, clash with, fight, and then you're bros. And I'm such a Chad. That's such a fucking Chad thing to say.
Yeah, pretty much everybody tells me that they were scared of me at first or something.
I hear that a lot too.
Yeah. And people who don't know me just think I'm like mean or something.
Or stuck up. You get stuck up?
Not really. I get like quiet sometimes. Weirdly, with people I don't know,
but see,
not react to them.
If the more quiet I am, the more people assume I'm arrogant or stuck up.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten it, just not like all the time. I get scary more than stuck up.
I do too, but it's the stuck up one that's confusing because, like, if I try, like when I got out of jail and went to rehab, I just wanted to get through rehab. I didn't want to make friends. I wanted, I'd been in jail. I wanted to just complete this requirement of probation and move on. Wanted no friends, wanted no trouble, wanted nothing. And so I didn't really talk to anybody for a while. And in my mind, I was modeling Katie, my girlfriend, ISFP, is like, okay, well, she does this stuff, I'll just do what she does. People weren't fucking having it. Like, yeah. I don't know what vibe I give off, but it's not that one. And everybody said, like, we thought you were mean or going to be trouble or too cool for us or whatever. It's like, no, I was just like trying to just get the fuck out of rehab.
Yeah. Right. Like, I'm a little bit of a different person at work, I think, because I just want to get my stuff done.
No, you have to be.
Right. And I get really distracted by people because I like playtime. So I purposely ignore the people. Like, I'm not talking to the people. Leave me alone. Like, and that really seems to be problematic to people. I mean, yeah. I may have been recently accused of having Asperger's.
Really?
Yes.
To your face?
Ish. Close enough. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it?
Hear it. Is it funny? Who was it? Was it a patient?
No, it was like a superior.
That's kind of like poor leadership.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Was it meant like derogatorily or was like...
It was meant concernedly. Which is the best. That's just the best. That's the most derogatory you can possibly be.
Yeah,
I'm worried about you. You don't seem to like to talk to the other kids.
Yeah, that is
like, but the thing is like, I'm really probably the most quiet around my superiors because like I know I don't know how to behave also if I do talk. My only defense is silence. Like I don't
formality.
know how to
Here.
pretend to be like a normal person and say normal stuff like that's professional.
It's I think that if I did that, it would freak people out more a little bit. I don't know how good of a basic bitch I can act like for very long.
I don't. I can't, like, I can straight work with you and like, here's the data, here's the information, and like be very, efficient that way. But like, I can't pretend to be cool, but also keep it professional, like like,
right.
Nothing. My only defense is silence. And this is a problem, actually. Like, this is a straight up problem right now, actually. You're calling me disengaged.
You're in a professional industry.
Oh, yes.
It got a lot less of a problem for me when I got into construction and out of banking.
Right. That's nice for you. Congratulations. I'm trying to figure out how to deal. My friends tell me to nod and smile more. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Very good.
No, don't do that.
Thank you for telling me that.
No, that's a murdery vibe. You seem, yeah, you seem like you might bring the wrong medicine on accident.
No, it's not with patients though. Like with patients, I can be normal because like I understand the role and they like need me. Like I can take on like the caretaker thing.
But you can be playful, right? Like if I'm in sort of a like peppy mood, I'll take advantage of that for sure. And just kind of start prodding people. It's like low key, non offensive prodding, but just kind of poke at them and blah. And that's sincere enough. It's just sincere. It's a directed expression of something that is sincere, which is I want to fuck with things. Yeah.
Okay, but with patients, I think I lead with my FE. You know what I mean? I just come in hot with the FE. I put on my mom vibes. Gentle Kati.
Do you have mom vibes?
I don't know, but if I do, that's where I use them. But like very just like gentle and like, okay, like I sit on this like side of their bed and just like, so what's going on? I don't have a problem with the patients, but then behind the scenes is where I need to be figuring stuff out and using my TI. And I'm a freaking TI nerd. I'm a TI weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone with my TI. Oh, I think you're incorrect. You don't make sense. It didn't make sense. You're wrong. You know what I mean? Like I can't be normal with that.
Yeah.
But with patients, I don't need the TI because I already did that. And that's not what they need from me because it's already done.
Yeah. Work is also weird in that TI, now that you mention it, because like you're addressing getting shit done.
Yeah.
Or like maximizing profits. There's some way you could figure out how to make this shit work better. Right. It's like to engage. If I engage in the job mentally, then everybody else is like, whoa, dude, chill. We're just trying to work. But otherwise it's like, just whatever. I'll do my job, but I'm not thinking about it. It's like on autopilot.
Yeah.
Autopilot or overdrive.
Yep. I get that. And my situation right now, since I'm still in like residency, so it's like half job, half training kind of thing. Like people are constantly telling me a lot of information, like my superiors and stuff. But I have a really hard time paying attention if it's A, not something I can use immediately, or B, I find any like flaw in their logic. Like I'll get very, very distracted.
Or C, if it's something that you assume you will figure out when you do it the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
because I'm not going to learn it sitting here and listening to you anyway. Like, let's be honest.
I can't even,
My favorite time to be taught is when I hit a wall. It's like, I don't know how to get past this wall. Please help. And then I learn how to get past the wall. Like, but they don't like that. They want to, like, I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very weird situation for me and my other ESTP friend who's a resident right now too, actually. And so I've been getting called things like disengaged. Well, in a way, they're right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying attention the way everybody else is. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this information that you're just throwing at me from left field. Like, where does it go? Is it true? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I feel your pain.
It's rough. This is a bad situation for me, but go on.
My two boss, I started a new job 3 months ago. And I got sort of two bosses, like my real boss, who's an ENTJ, and then my boss who I work with more in day, not technically my boss, but he ran the department before me, and he's, really day to day giving me things to do and he's that dude. ESTJ? And he's an ESTJ, right? Huh. Did I tell you this already? Mm-mm. Memory. But
I remember people's types really well for some reason.
Yeah, he's constantly giving me a lot of information about the most minute details of everything, and he remembers what he told me too. So if he says something,
when they remember it, yeah. Because they're about to call you out.
Yeah. I mean, we got a great relationship, but I kind of have to go, Gabe, I don't remember. Don't look at me with those eyes like I should fucking remember every goddamn thing that falls out of your mouth. You never stop talking. Yeah.
Oh my God, help us all. How about the ENTJ? How do you like working with him?
I actually like the way that things are. I like this dynamic. I work with him less.
Okay.
But you can communicate with an ENTJ efficiently.
Yes.
They
demand it.
Yeah, and they're even less sort of warm and friendly than we are,
which is so comforting.
It is.
Finally.
It's like you're ready to disengage before I am. I'm being the annoying douchebag now.
Yeah, I'm the fluffy pants one.
Right. Great. Yeah. And every now and then he's, managing the whole plant. And he's doing all sorts of, company running shit, like trying to improve efficiencies, getting tighter understandings of input costs into each product, for pricing and shit. Like he's running all this data gathering and compiling like an ENTJ would. And I'm smart enough to understand what he's doing. So every now and then, if he's having like a frustrated day or whatever, he'll just sort of like, unload on me and blah, blah, blah. And I get to hear about the shit he's tinkering with. Interesting. And a change of pace mentally.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
You'd probably like it. We're NI sluts. There's a lot of NI in it. So it's enticing. What does that look? What did you just do with your eyes?
I burped.
Oh, I thought you were rolling your eyes at me.
No. I was trying to silence a bodily function.
Well, you did it fantastically. That was 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Thank you. But see, every time I do anything, people think I'm annoyed.
Touché.
So there's that. But but you don't really follow the OP system, right?
I know enough about it to struggle along with OP people like yourself. I like it, actually. I think that if I wasn't a socionics, if socionics ceased to exist, I would instantly go to OP tomorrow.
Okay. I think it's worth getting on board with anyway because it's the thing that's going somewhere. You know what I'm saying, bud?
Shut the fuck up! I want the window open while I smoke, but the neighbor's house is like this fucking far away from mine, and their dog is outside. It's just like it hears me up in the window. It's sitting right outside the window going, ah, ah, ah.
Oh, cool Nerf gun, bro. I have the same one.
It went away.
Good. Were you really gonna shoot it though?
It probably wouldn't have hit it. But I was gonna.
So sad.
I mean, it's a little foam ball flying through a windy alley between houses. I would have tried.
Not an easy shot.
Fuck yeah, I was gonna dog.
Oh, but OP, like the EJs in OP, you know, OP has the like the animals, they call it.
I don't know much about that.
So it's almost like how you interact with information and other people in combination. And there's like blast, which is taking your information and throwing it at people. And then play, which is just kind of information back and forth, you know? And then consume, which is just taking in information, and sleep, which is processing your own information by yourself.
I'm blast last, consume first.
Same.
And I think that I'm play sleep.
Same.
But people, there was a little bit. That's the only thing where people were like, not quite sure.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if I was sleep last or blast last, but I see my sleep. I do not see my blast. I cannot talk for like more than this long without getting annoyed with myself.
I can interact, but
yeah, that's like, play. Yeah.
Okay, that's play.
Like ding, 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 what we're doing, you know. Yeah. But if you just asked me like a question and then just waited, I would start getting like itchy and like, okay, I'm bored.
Yeah, blasting sucks.
Yeah, it's no good.
Which makes it interesting doing YouTube shit.
Right. That's why I can do this with other people, but I don't think I could sit down and make a video by myself.
I mean, if you look at my video structures, there's not a lot of the most simple video type where somebody just sits there and talks. I don't have much of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's weird.
I agree.
But I kind of make myself try to do it. Like, I think it's something I should learn how to do, regardless of YouTube or anything. I feel like being able to talk.
It's important.
It is
important. One of the only things I'll blast about to people is personality typing stuff. And even then, I'm like, nobody wants to hear this. Nobody cares. You know
they don't. But but you know what? Eventually, you're going to want to tell them more than they're not going to want to hear. So.
Yeah. Whatever. But the EJs are blast first, and classic EPs are consume first. So
he doesn't. You know what? And maybe it's just the nature of our relationship. Mm-hmm. But he's not, because he didn't do my job. So he's not training me. He's not teaching me shit.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he's busy doing his own shit. He doesn't give that many fucks about me. Really.
Nice.
It's yeah. It is.
The best. God, I love when people just like brush me right off, because I don't know about you, but like I feel like I'm used to getting more attention than I could ever possibly want or need.
Yeah, and
oh yes.
Yeah, well, sometimes it depends on the capacity, because like at work settings, for instance, it seems like most bosses I've had, it felt like they wanted something more from me than just doing my job. Yeah, right. Like I don't know what that is, but that's probably some FI shit.
Yeah, right. But again, it's like I don't know how to be cool with you and be professional. So like I'm going to be quiet and do my job.
Well, and also I don't, it might be more for me because I'm an 8, and but like I don't need to look. I also need to kind of curb my
You don't want to feel
ambition, around higher ups, right? Like,
why do we do that though? It's like that's self-sabotage at the end of the day.
Not really, because we don't want to become their competition.
Oh my god! But I'm in a place.
Power is rule one of laws of power.
Yeah. Okay.
You haven't read them?
I read half of the book.
They're pretty good. That's better than I expected.
Thank you.
Nicely done. You hadn't thought about that Enneagram book since you got super motivated to learn Enneagram and ordered it online, huh?
This Enneagram book?
Yeah.
I didn't order this.
Where'd you get it?
INTP guy I saw for like 6 weeks accidentally left it with me. That's how I get most of my stuff.
That's how I've lost most of my hoodies.
That'll happen, yeah.
Wow, what the fuck is going on with my phone?
I don't know, must be coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
Outbreak near you. Everybody's panicking.
Fuck that shit.
Okay, but we have to hash out. Okay, right. You don't want to look too competitive or whatever in front of your bosses. Right. I almost like, for me, it's like this deep urge to not need to impress anybody. Like, I don't need you, just so you know.
Like, I don't feel. That's not a thing for me.
I don't. But we have something in common here.
I mean, if I feel like that's what they're wanting, like if I feel like somebody's expecting me to impress them, then I'm a little bit pissed off at how you perceive yourself compared to me. You know, that would bug me, but I don't. That's not a chip on my shoulder that I walk around with. I have other chips.
So, but just understand that I'm in a very particularly hierarchical structure where it's very clear and it's like a common classic thing to do to like put on a show for these people.
And you're a girl.
And I'm a
you probably work with a lot of them.
Oh, God. No,
what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I need
making money.
Not yet. Trying, you know, just want to have enough to not need anybody. That's the goal, and to be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want.
But then won't you want something like, and this is exactly why I hide this from bosses, because ultimately whatever job I get, whether I'm fucking janitor or whatever, well, if I have any interest in this organization, it is to have the very toppest spot. Mm-hmm. I want to own this bitch if I want to do anything with it, but I don't want to be, no part of me has ever taken a job and then not ever wanted to like go up the ladder.
Fair.
I've never wanted to be a QC technician as the goal,
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Well, you're like about to be a doctor or something, right?
I am a doctor.
I mean, but you're still a resident doctor, so you're kind of like you're like a pledge.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you're a pledge doctor.
Well, the interns are kind of the pledges. I don't know what I am right now. Well,
what? So, what if you don't impress these people? Like, who gives a fuck? Once you're done with your shit, you're gonna be doctor, and then they're doctors and you're doctor, and it's like, right? We write each other prescriptions.
It's so here's why it matters, because like these people write your evaluations and all this goes together into a file, and it if you ever want to do something like fellowship where you subspecialize, this stuff becomes a thing, and it's just stupid, and they own my life for the next year and a half. But
how long is residency?
Internal medicine's 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been at this for a while. I've been in higher education for well over a decade.
That sucks. Like, I was pretty proud of myself for making it through 4 years of college. I can't imagine doing that for so long. And once I was done, I bet you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost a little nervous. There was a time in my life where I was out of school for only 6 months, okay? And I had a job. I was working as an RN at the time. And dear God, am I a problem when I have free time?
Oh, yeah.
Like, the empty hands are the devil's playground.
So much the devil's playground. Oh, my God.
I'm going to tell you. Like, I'm... But,
I already know.
So I don't know, but maybe now that I'm a grown up, I don't know.
Nope. You still don't want that idle time. But
Yeah.
well, okay. Well, you're out of school. You're not still do you still have tests and shit?
Not through the program. Like there's some licensing exams left. Well, really only one, but so not really, no.
Yeah, because I mean that's just the whole school process. You go to a class that you have to be at and listen to an idiot talk about shit that you don't care about, and then you have to, pass tests, and you just have to do all this shit work that you hate for nothing. For nothing. There is there's no reward out of getting an A on a test, except that you can say you got the fucking A. I mean, it's really unrewarding.
Yeah. It just depends how you set it all up, I guess. I mean, like if you wanted to go to grad school, or if you want to.
Does anyone want to go to nobody values the schooling or the education?
That's not true. That's not true.
I mean, you learned a skill, right?
When I was doing the first 2 years of med school, the science was so deep. I felt like finally, thank you God, my mind was occupied. Like finally I'm challenged. Thank you to the dearest gods. And I was so excited. I thought I was a scientist now, but no, I'm just like in this stupid social cesspool. I thought I was going to be with a bunch of science nerds. I thought I was going to do science my whole life, but that's not what's happening. I'm going to end up back in the lab someday. But so the moral of that is that when you're doing something that's exciting, you can value the education, I think.
I got a degree in economics, and I like economics. It's interesting to me, but I just don't like school. And I didn't realize how much I didn't like school until I was out of it. And then, you're living your life, and every now and then you think about, oh, maybe I could go back and get this law school. I think I'd be an excellent lawyer. I'm already a fucking excellent lawyer. I would love to be a lawyer. I've looked several times in several states to see if you can just take the bar, which of course you can't.
I thought there were places you could, a couple states.
Well, I haven't looked at all the states, but the ones I have looked at, you can't. But the thought of going back to school and actually having to learn law, fuck that.
Do you know what it was for me that I think got my gears going is I wasn't sure if I could do it. You know what I mean? And was that fun?
Yeah. Okay.
Finally a challenge. That was exciting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I've never felt that way about anything in school except for maybe trigonometry. But my biggest obstacle was finding a teacher that wasn't fresh off the fucking boat from Asia. How can I learn from somebody that can't speak my fucking language?
Right. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Fuck that dog.
Just nerf gun. You need an automatic.
No, I need a real gun.
Automatic nerf guns. Have you seen them? They're cool.
Oh yeah, they're so fucking expensive though.
How much?
Well, the one that I was looking, because I almost bought myself one.
Aquarius, is your birthday right now?
No, mine's actually my ex-wife's is today. Why did you ask that? That's creepy.
Are you a Capricorn?
Mm-mm.
What are you?
Sagittarius.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I asked that.
I mean, what triggered you?
Oh, because I was thinking about sending you a Nerf gun for your birthday. And then I felt like you might have been an Aquarius. That's what happened in my head.
Oh, yeah. No. The ones I was looking at for myself on Black Friday were like $50 on Black Friday. Yeah, they're marked way down.
Okay.
I mean, some of them get up to like 120 or whatever, if I remember right.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I've heard that they are not the Nerf guns of our childhood. You know, when you try to, maybe you don't, I don't know, maybe you do, shoot a big floppy arrow at your friend and it wouldn't go anywhere because.
Right. No, these bad boys are like, whew.
Yeah, my brother was telling me about them because.
You can poke an eye out for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have had some. I should get another airsoft gun. I'd like that, and I can have that. I had to get rid of my crossbow because apparently certain crossbows are illegal for felons to have too. And
that's a bummer.
Oh, it's not like I did anything with it.
I mean, I don't know what you would think I would think you did with it.
I don't. Yeah, no. I mean, it just took up space. I don't miss it. I just resent the fact that, like, how fucking stupid is that? Could you imagine? Like,
yeah, that's the part that's the bummer.
So, like, could you imagine somebody trying to actually do crime with a fucking crossbow?
That I would respect that.
I wouldn't.
Why? That's great.
Because it's such a slow. It's just not a weapon that you can use unless you're gonna like just go and fuck up your wife. Like, I've had enough, bitch, and then you just go and. I read a news article somewhere. It was one of those, you know, one of the memories that comes back to you. Some chick got. There's a news article that I read once about a chick who got shot by her boyfriend with a crossbow the second time. He's done this to her twice now, and they're still together.
Oh my god!
Right?
One crossbow episode and I'm out. Let me tell you.
I mean, that's got to be the worst. That cannot be a pleasant assault experience.
No.
Of all the things that you can be attacked with, that's got to be one of the worst. Should we stream to people?
No, I have to go soon.
Okay. We should sometime though.
Okay.
I'm just sort of thinking out loud.
I think some of this could have been interesting.
Oh yeah.
Not the first chunk where you talk about the weird shit. Like, I can't be involved in this.
I'm gonna cut that out, but I'm still gonna name the video.
No, please don't.
Oh, you know what? Oh, you can. Well, I called this live stream butt pussy. So.
Very good.
Yeah. I'll have stuff to get out of this. But
wait, this is not actually live, is it?
No, I'm using it as a recorder. This is actually the live streaming software, but it's streaming to an unlisted video. So I'll just download the video later, but nobody's watching it. If I sent the link to the YouTube link to somebody, then they could come in and watch it, but nobody will find it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll have stuff out of this. But when I talk to new people, you come up a lot.
Really?
I mean,
cool.
not all the time, but compared to a lot of other people, especially for how much you haven't been on YouTube, really. I mean, you've been on Loose quite a bit, but you don't have your own thing. You know, you're not out doing ESTP shit. You're participating. You don't have a channel, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. People bring you up to me more than like a lot for somebody who doesn't have even her own channel, really.
What like asking questions?
Yeah, I mean, especially like for instance, this dude who I brought up earlier, just trying to put ESTP pieces together, and everybody
very classic, like ESTP.
Yeah, everybody agrees that we are.
Yeah, right. Like there's very little discrepancy on me.
Everybody doubts who Ann is, which is understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah, her own fault. And very, very many people doubt Damon is, which is also understandable.
Hey, Damon, ENTJ, bro, dude. Yeah.
He can't see this either.
Well,
Elon Musk. What type do you think Elon Musk is?
An INTP.
No, the fuck he's not.
Get
the fuck out of here.
Why? What has everybody typed him as?
I think he's...
Yeah, I think he is. I think,
INTPs are... He's got TE for sure. Elon Musk does stuff. You ever met a real INTP who does stuff? Fuck no. They sure as shit don't invent all sorts of shit in the coolest truck ever made and all this stuff by the time you're however young. INTPs don't do stuff.
Okay, I'm not.
Fair enough. No, you got a good point. About arguing type is such a fucking stupid endeavor that people do.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that OP has him TISI.
I don't know enough about OP to know how they're, because between different definitions, there really is a huge amount of split. I forgot how different like an MBTI versus socionics ENFJ is until I was fighting with Kat about how she's a fucking ENFJ and she's being obnoxious. But yeah, she's not.
What is she?
I don't know. But when I went back through the ENFJ type, like the official MBTI is such garbage.
Yeah.
I forgot how garbage it was.
You've got to get on the OP train, dog.
Well, fucking slide me a password, yo.
I would, but I think this password is overslidden.
Oh, you know what? I've got plenty of people to.
Yeah, you got all kinds of friends.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not your only friend.
Yeah, but I guess you're the only one that I feel so comfortable just being, not repressing, sort of
letting it hang.
Yeah, just let it hang.
Yeah.
And also, it comes. I don't know. Whatever.
You
seem like somebody who would slide me a password and a Xanax in the back of class or something. Like, and I'd do the same for you. But I also wouldn't slide you somebody else's shit. So I get it. Like.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating and like absolutely agreed with it at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, my SE wants to give away everything all day, but my FE, it trips you up sometimes.
I bet you are I bet you're friendly as fuck when you're drunk. Are you friendly drunk?
No.
If you're happy.
I'm a happy drunk, but I still don't like strangers that much. Like, I've been known to be not nice to, like, men in bars if they try to hit on me or my friends because I'm having so much fun. It's like, stop interrupting me. I'm busy.
Oh.
Like, I'm having a good time and you're trying to talk about dumb crap. Like, I don't care about you. Go away.
Dudes have terrible game, though.
Yes.
They bring the boringest, most awkward shit.
Right. And if they could, like, jump in and just be part of what's going on, but it's always like,
nobody can, no dude can jump into a bunch of drunk girls and go.
I mean, it's been almost done. I don't know. I don't know how to be a guy. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I know what to do because I don't.
The first time I went out with a group of girls and it was just me and like 5 hot chicks, I thought that I was going to be the shit, and I instantly hated it.
Yeah.
It was it's terrible. It's like being the gay friend, and the fuck is all this talking and shit. I don't know.
That's fair. I mean, that's understandable. But yeah, I'm a very happy drinker. I'm not problematic until I get tired, and then I just leave. And if you keep me up any longer, I'll start crying because I'm tired.
Do you carry do you take off your high heels and carry them
Never,
home?
absolutely not. That's if you're gonna put on some ridiculous nonsense and tromp around in them, you're gonna troop. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm like, because if I hear one more freaking comment about my shoes, oh, they're getting comfortable. Like watch how comfortable they are. Watch this. You know, never. I will never take off my shoes in public. I will bleed.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. But I'm always wearing at least 4 inches.
And also, God bless you for that too.
Thank you.
I don't know why women would buy anything else.
I don't either. I even like my like sandals that I just wear to the grocery store are like 3 inches.
Do you wear Crocs at work?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
What do you wear?
So I'm either in scrubs or I'm like dressed up. So I'm either wearing scrubs and tennis shoes or I'm wearing 4-inch heels.
But you're wearing tennis shoes with the scrubs. You're not doing the Crocs thing?
No.
Good for you. Well, I thought that was part of the culture, isn't it?
No. I mean, maybe some people do, but also I live in a very wealthy area where people aren't weird.
But I thought just all, like, if you watch Scrubs, they're all wearing Crocs. Like, just people in hospitals wear Crocs.
Not here.
How rich a part of fucking town are you in?
It's not part of town. It is town. I live in one of the richest areas probably in the world.
What is it?
I would say it, but I don't want it on video.
Okay.
That's skittish, you know.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just don't forget to tell me later if I forget, because now it's
that's very easy to tell you later.
No, I know. I'm not gonna remember to ask you later, but right now I'm annoyed that I don't know right now. You know what I mean? So to satisfy that, you have to agree to tell me later on your own volition so that I can let it go.
Isn't that the worst? Like when, like, I only care about stuff now. Like whenever anybody's like, oh, well, sometimes, you know, interacting with me, you have to wait because I can't deal with stuff anytime you want.
That's a big nope.
I don't know what to say because that does sound somewhat reasonable, that I can't just like be like, hey, this needs dealt with right now this second, or answer me right now this second.
Or when when you are trying to get something out of somebody and then they agree to it, but then they're like, but okay, give me an hour. No, you can't.
I'll forget.
You can't give me what I want and then take it away in the same breath. Like, how the fuck do I get mad about this? But I'm mad about this.
Yeah, I get it. Or even just saying to me, like, let's talk about it later tonight. Like, oh, I don't care anymore. It's done.
Yeah.
That part of me is dead. That's the worst. So I get you.
There's not any other type of person I think that's like that, is there? Is there? Like, is there any other personality type that is so? I don't think ESFPs. I mean, ESFPs are sort of, but
yeah, kind of.
But
I still think we are more rigid in that way.
Yeah, I feel like if they care about something, they're still caring about it to a greater extent than we are. We can care about something a lot right this second, and no, we don't give a fucking half an hour.
Yeah, most of the time I'm just trying to TI through something, and I want you to fill in the piece that I don't have.
Yeah, without breaking the momentum.
Right. It's not about like, oh God. And sometimes that's it. People think that you need to have a conversation about something. No, I just need the answer to this question. I need this information, and I want to move on. I don't need any help from you besides this particular information. That's it.
I want the answer to the question I asked. That's why I asked it. I don't want to fucking. I don't want to have dinner with you. We don't need to talk that long. Tell me the fucking answer. Like what? Text me. Don't text me back. Don't call me. Don't say.
Don't call me.
Don't ever call me. No, don't call me and don't call me in a little bit. Just answer the fucking question I texted you.
In as few of words as possible.
You know? Send a picture if you can.
Yeah, Morse code it over. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
know. Do you have internal? Hold on. Do you have internal monologues? Don't answer yet. Or dialogues, I mean. Oh yeah, where are they? Almost ready.
Oh,
You may start.
So I don't know about that. I think about things I'm gonna say sometimes. If there's a moment in which I cannot say it. But I don't always necessarily say it. You know?
Hold on. Do you have conversations with yourself in your head though? Like if you're...
No, I don't think so. I TI through problems, but it's not like...
But is it verbal?
No. Not really. I don't think. I'm not sure.
I mean, to explain my thought process, right? If somebody said, "Why did you do this?" and there's logical reason, I will have to think about how to articulate it.
Right.
Like I know the schematic of the logic in my head.
Yes.
But to word it for somebody, it's not already in words.
Yes. Yes. When I TI through a problem, it's not. It's more puzzle piecey. It's not. Yeah. And it's not done to work for somebody else is the other part about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This wasn't made for communication. This is
made for me to understand things.
Mm-hmm.
Or for me to have a pathway to follow to solve a similar problem next time or whatever. Yes.
Do you consider yourself a high anxiety person?
No.
Me neither. And I think that my theory is that those things are connected. Since we're not constantly talking to ourselves in our head and blah, blah, blah. And like, I think that chatter stresses people out. I think extroverted intuition is the function of anxiety.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I forget who talks about stuff like this, but do you know what it means to be in an NITI loop?
I understand it textually. Like I could pass the test, but I don't understand the feeling of it, I guess. You know what I mean?
So I think I do, and I think this is a thing that happens when I am in a very bad headspace. Or really upset about something but don't know what to do with it or where to go with that, you know? And then I think I have conversations with myself, but it's very, very negative. Like it's a very negative headspace that gets me there in the first place.
And are you trying to figure something out?
Yes.
Okay. Then I've done that.
Right. There's an end goal of
figuring out what to do.
What do I do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you sure that's an NITI loop? That just seems like a rupture of SC, because I always know what to do in the moment. You know what I mean? Right. Like I'm never stuck. So if I'm stuck, like it's fucked up. This is not normal.
Yeah. Well, yes. Okay. So your SC isn't working.
What makes that an NITI loop? I don't see how that's related to those two things.
Well, your SI is not working, so you have to use other functions. It's like when your SE isn't working. So if your observer is down, you have to use your other observer.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's upsetting because I'm using my NI that.
Because NI is your whole observer. That makes yeah.
So
the minute as I articulated the question, it came together right there.
Right, your SE's broken. You have to figure out the abstract internally.
Yay, that's great. Like a concept just became real.
Yay.
You want to see this shit? Like, you probably can't see it. Do you have fucking tacos? No, you don't.
Yeah, I gotta go. My ENTJ has dinner waiting for me. You know what I'm saying?
Good talking.
Not yet. Soon.
Oh, are you guys gonna eat tacos?
I don't know. I eat whatever he tells me to eat.
Good girl.
Thank you. That's what you do when you don't know how to feed yourself, is you take what you can get.
You should I don't know, is that good, or does that ever what if he wants some shit that you don't want?
I don't care. I don't care about food at all. Low key don't give a
Yeah, I guess there really aren't many places where like I can't find something I like.
We don't go out that much, actually.
You don't enjoy like if you never get like every now and then I'll get a craving for something. I was about to go. Went to the kitchen to get a can of fucking mandarin oranges because I like those.
Yeah.
And I was hungry, but Katie had tacos, and so like I'm about to love these tacos, but I would have been fine with oranges.
Yeah. So okay, well, first of all, he feeds me for free and he cooks it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And I don't have to make any decisions, and it's like healthy stuff usually.
Yeah, I don't care at that point either. There's a lot of good things going on there.
Like there's nothing to complain about here. And also I would say at this point in time, we probably only do dinner together like 4 nights a week. And we don't have other meals together because we don't see each other all day. So it's not like if I have a craving, that still can't happen, you know? You get it. It's easy. Having an ENTJ is real nice sometimes. ENTJs will take care of everything. I'm literally like a child, and it's amazing.
My dad was an ENTJ.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that our relationship is different than yours.
I would hope.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. Like, I never learned how to do shit like change oil in a car from him or anything. Like, all that shit was. Oh.
Yeah.
Is he fun though? Does he do fun shit?
Yeah.
Does he just get drunk, really drunk from time to time? I don't think they know how to relax.
Does he get? We drink off camera, like.
Right. Yeah. No, I know they drink.
Oh, okay.
It's because they have their fun is broken. Oh, something about their fun is broken. They don't have the fun.
Yeah.
So they have the you know what I mean?
Yeah, he does have fun. But a lot of things with him though have to be planned. Like you have to plan the fun. But it's not that bad because again, he'll plan these amazing things. Like all these concerts, all these events. I mean, our calendar is insane. And he pays for them and then he takes me and buys all my stuff, like my drinks. Like so it's like I'm not complaining about this. Like this is great. Even though my calendar is full and that makes me feel weird. But at the same time, I'll take it.
What you got any good concerts coming up?
Let's see. Tomorrow night we have like an Impractical Jokers show. We're seeing Billie Eilish soon, Candlebox soon. I think that's the only concerts we have on the schedule. We have
Candlebox.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them in fucking like 30 years.
Yeah, that was my doing actually. But we have a boat show next weekend. We're going to a seafood festival on Sunday. We were in Aruba. We went to Pennsylvania to see my family. Like we were in Aruba like 2 weeks ago. It's not like this is old news, you know.
And also, you have boat shows and seafood festivals. You are in the richest part of the world, aren't you, ma'am?
Well, yes. Thank you for noticing. Yeah. What else do we have? I don't know. All kinds of stuff. My family's going to come. We're going to go to a Seinfeld show. We're going to go visit some of his family up north for a weekend. I don't know. We got a lot of things. And that's all like this month. Like that's like in the like circling, encompassing like 4 weeks. Like that's now. But it's all in the books, which is never anything I would ever do in my life. You know what I mean?
They do have a way of like, they know what comedians are in town.
Yeah. You know how I knew for sure that he was into me is that he planned stuff for us like 6 months out. I was like, okay, he's in apparently.
That's
Hello,
yeah.
Or I think like, I don't know, 3 weeks into knowing each other or stuff, he agreed to go to a wedding with me that was in like 5 weeks or something. And I was like, that's okay. All right. I kind of thought I was half kidding when I invited him. I was like, you want to come? You can come. You want.
I mean, I would agree. And then if like, but that has nothing to do with my expectations for the relationship. It's just like, yeah. And if we're not together then I'm not going to the wedding. You know, like it'd be that sort of thing.
Right. But
I don't know that I consider that planning.
But then he's like sinking money into it. You know what I mean? Like this was like a probably $3,000 trip. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's a different thing. Yeah.
It's not like I didn't pay for all of his stuff by any means.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't agree to that much money to, no. We can. Yeah. I'll agree to go to like Applebee's with you.
No way would I wouldn't have done that either. No way, Jose. You know. Whatever. Anyway, I gotta go. It's been real. We can do this again. See, it's so easy.
Watch your tongue, I put it in the George Foreman. You ain't never out the store, guess your life's boring. Look at that Patron, yeah, my wife's pouring. Pretty women in my phone, cause I'm quite gorgeous. I got a pretty face, but I still take your things from your living space. I'm on a dinner date, but I still smack your face with a dinner plate. Figure skating on the block, sonny. Cut and split, triple flip like I'm John Curry.